Hello YouTube, it's me, Wade, for the NAA Awesome Video Diary. Today is day 13 of my NAA Awesome Video Diary, and it's day 12 of my 90-day challenge. During the 90-day challenge, we agreed to make our dials, we agreed to go on appointments, we agreed to submit applications, we agreed to check our pending applications, we agreed to read to enrich our mind, we agreed to listen to audios to enrich our mind, we talked to our upline manager, and we recruit. So, let's talk about how I did. By the way, this is going to show up a couple days late. I'll explain why in a little bit. I didn't do any dials. I didn't do any dials because I went on 2 appointments. First appointment was for a 73-year-old man who wanted $100,000 of insurance for $30 a month. Not going to happen. It just doesn't. He's too old, and it's one of the things that, you know, the closer you get to death's doorstep, the higher the premium they want. Hand to God, and, you know, here's the deal. Most guys die at around that age. So, moving on. Second appointment, they weren't there. I called, they didn't answer. I called later, they didn't answer. Coming back from their place, for whatever reason, I don't know why, my GPS on my phone sent me out in the middle of nowhere. Sent me way out in the middle of nowhere. Even Google Maps couldn't get me where I needed to go. I had to pull off to the side of the road, turn off my phone, leave it off for a couple minutes, boot it back up, and then try the apps. The app kept crashing. You know, I had cars piling up behind me, so I had to keep heading down the road, and they kept piling. They were like, it was these little narrow roads, so I just had to keep going until finally I could find a place to pull over again. Still wasn't working. I couldn't turn around, had to keep going. It was just a freaking nightmare. Finally, when my phone booted up and MapQuest came up, MapQuest said like rerouting. And then it told me how to get home. Thank God. I should have been home in like maybe 40 minutes, and it took me 2.5 hours. And my truck gets 10 miles to the gallon, so it was a nightmare. I came home and I had like, I'm almost on empty. I am on empty now. I thought that was bad, but I came in and the power was turned off. Which is fair, you know, the power, I mean, I didn't make the payment correctly. So, that's the cat you're hearing in the background, by the way. She's in heat, and there's a male that's here. So, I will be making the payment for the power in a couple days, and that's when I will be able to load this video. I keep going to I have to go to the library to power up, to bring up the battery on my computer, and then I can work on my computer. I wasn't able to do dials because I was using my phone trying to get home, and it was on empty, so I had to charge it up when I got to the library the next day. That was that. It is what it is. And there's, you know, Brian Tracy once said that, you know, normal people have a crisis about once every 3 or 4 months. People who have it more often than that tend to be drama queens. My little caveat to that is most people's crises that have them more often than every, 3 or 4 months it's their own freaking fault. They just screwed up. You know, they did something dumb, or they let something dumb happen because they weren't paying attention or didn't do their due diligence or procrastinated or whatever. And me not having power, that was dumb. I wasn't handling my finances correctly. I was doing stuff like, as an example, instead of waiting a couple days until I got paid so I could pay for gas, you know, without paying the overdraft fee, I was paying the $23 in overdraft fees for, like, you know, $20 worth of gas, because I knew that was how much I could limit myself to. It's just stupid stuff, you know, and I take full responsibility for the dumb things I do. It's the difference between victors and victims. Victors overcome their shortcomings. victims are always blaming somebody else, and they can never get themselves out of whatever dilemmas that they're in. They will always be a victim. So anyway, I don't want to be a victim. I want to be a victor. After my pending applications, I didn't get to submit any applications because I didn't get any. Pending application, it showed up in the mail yesterday, or, you know, that day, which would be for this video. I am ecstatic. I didn't call him yet because I want to have gas if he says come right over, because the sooner I get this taken care of, the sooner I get paid. All kinds of excited. I still have that appointment to reschedule, so I've still got 4 in the pipe, so to speak. And I'll let you know about that. So I wasn't able to do any dials. My phone was dead, and I'm going to have to make that up in spades. The way that I kind of worked it out is that as long as I do the effort, then it'll count towards the 90 days. Actually, I talked to somebody and they kind of went, well, you know, shit, if this happens, you're going to have to keep repeating every day that you can't repeat one of the steps. And none of us can do all of those things in one day consistently every day for 90 days. I thought, oh shit, really? So now I know. Anyways, as long as I try to do those things on the list, and it's within my power to do it, and more on that on the next video, I'm good to go. Okay, so still reading The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. Incredible good book. Audio. I listened to Barry Clarkson's Your Business Plan. I really like him. He gives good advice, and the thing is that, I mean, yeah, he kind of gets bitchy at times, but I mean, it's not like he's always pissed off like the other guys. You know, it's like he's going through and he's just giving you the information, then he gets kind of hyper, you know, bitchy about some stuff, and then he comes back down to where the other guys are constantly pissed off. Always, except for like Alex Abian. You know, he's nice. He gets angry about stuff, but, you know, other guys are just constantly bitchy. And I just, you know, the information's good. It's just I got to listen to it a lot more often, because that attitude, you know, why are you being mean to me for no reason? I don't respond to being mean for no reason. You know, the other place that they do that is boot camp, so that you can survive in the war. But I don't swing that way. I don't, you know, I've got this rule. I don't take shit from anybody I don't have to. And the thing is that if I don't deserve to take shit from you, then I'm not going to put up with it. I'll quit. And I've had very few jobs where I'm like, I have to take this. I have to keep putting up with this because I need to have this job. Normally when I needed to have this job, it only lasted for a couple months, and then I was able to get out. And when they asked, why are you leaving? I basically flat out tell them, well, here's the deal. Your director did this on this day to me, and I wanted to quit on that day. But I didn't, because I had something I had to take care of, and I need the money from this job. Now, I am going to quit because I don't need the money from this job. And the thing is, she keeps acting that way. Not necessarily to me, but to other people, which means she's either a psychopath or a sociopath. I haven't decided which one. And remember, I've got my degree in psychology, so I know this shit. I'm not talking out my ass. And I'm not a first-year psychology student that just kind of diagnosed everybody. I've actually got my act together with this. That woman's nuts. I'm not going to stay here working for them. And then I move on. So there's that. So anyway, going off on that little tangent. Let's see here. After reading, listen to the audio. Okay, the audios. Recruit. I talked to my upline via email. I was happy because I was at the library. So at the library, I have free internet access on my laptop. Plus, I could power it up. And the recruiting, I thought of something clever. I haven't tried it yet, but we'll see. That's all I'm going to say about it. I didn't actually try to recruit anybody for the video the 13th day. I just had an idea about how to do it. All right. This is Wade. Peace out.